Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to do your summer 2020 predictions for your overall, an overview, overall energy, what will be highlighted the most for you and your approach to life in different areas. We're going to look into your home, family, environment, your work, professional life, what occupies your mind if you're not working, your material world, overall sense of security, finances, as well as your emotional life. So I'm using the Illuminated Tarot and going to as well clarify and do some time frames and dates where things that come up in this reading could be transpiring for you. So this is a general reading, keep that in mind. I'm tapping into the energy of all Sagittariuses, so Sun, Moon, and Rising. And hope you find this helpful. Welcome back to subscribers and anyone new to my channel. For those of you seeking clarity, confirmation, or forewarning. So, let's see here. Okay, so I do feel with this overall energy here, many of you Sagittariuses will be feeling empowered, but also feeling like you need some sense of self-control. Some of you, this is an indication of feeling quite possessive and holding on to that sense of security of what you have. I feel if you're in any type of competitive situation, especially as it comes to work, there does seem to be something good coming in through this. Some of you may feel like you have to fight to hold on to a position, fight to hold on to a foundation or something that you built. I'm also feeling that some of you are wanting to, there's a sense here that some of you are going to be growing a bit of an obsession towards someone in your life or people. I mean, you could even feel in some ways possessive of friends. Some of you as well may be feeling like you are hiding a part of yourself from others. Some of you might feel this sense of, I would say, being a bit more careful about who you trust, who you reveal your feelings or your plans to. Some of you may be becoming a lot more selective about who you let into your inner circle or who you trust with your desires here. Some of you might find or feel that you need to be a little bit more exclusive about exclusive. Something here that's exclusive. Some of you may feel like you're wanting to in some way separate yourself or create some type of boundary or barrier against an energy that that feels like that it wants to either control you or possess you. So it's an interesting kind of overall energy. I mean, it does look though that there could be this increase that you experience in, I feel it's like you're self-empowered. I feel that you're definitely driven towards whatever you do for work. You're driven towards your business. Now this is devil energy coming up with this too. So I, in some ways, do feel like some of you are in going to be working on manifestation energy and how you can manifest more. But I'm also feeling a bit of some of you getting into some form of, in some way, trying to get into someone's energy, but it almost kind of looks like whew, it almost kind of feels a little bit like, in some ways, where someone would have that energy where they would want to manipulate someone's free will to let them into their space. Someone, you also might feel an energy that someone, or there could be this sense of protecting yourself from someone, or uh, where you're feeling spiritually attacked, or where someone's just trying to manipulate you, or that's an energy that you're having towards someone else. I'm just picking up a little bit of energy with that combination there. Okay. So now this is pointing to this being a form of some type of attracting, again, manifestation here. Some of you really in getting into some form of manifestation. But like hiding it a little bit, or someone is doing that to you. But I do feel that there's, okay, this is also giving me this sense of like, be careful of, keep in mind the law of attraction as well, how karma works in a situation, especially in something where someone's trying to manipulate you, or if that's the case, I get the sense that you're protected from that energy. And if in some ways you feel that you need to do that to someone else, this is something here where you would need to just be mindful of what that would bring into a situation. So there's kind of no safe way to manipulate someone, or it's just something here where you need to be also careful and about what you ask for, what you wish for. This is also a little bit of that energy. There's also a sense of like, you just might get it, but you may then, in some ways, there's something here that it could come back to you with this energy that would mean pretty much what you put out is what you're gonna get. So I feel it's just more of an energy of what you need to be mindful of. This, as far as this energy, as far as like you really feeling this, or experiencing a situation when it comes to this, so I would say anywhere between the 8th and the 13th of either June, July, or August. This is something of an energy that you would need to be aware of. Something could be coming up around that time. Person, relationship, or work situation. Or that feeling. Some of you as well could too as well feel like you are attracting a lot of people to you. And again, this is that discernment of that, being aware too that all of what you are attracting is not. So some of you, I feel you are going to attract someone where they're very kind of carnal in what they want from you. And so that's something here where I feel like some type of boundary and being careful in that area of what you are attracting. and really taking a closer look before you allow someone to kind of, like, I feel like some of you will have attract someone to you who wants to kind of lock you in pretty quickly. I also feel like some of you just may be revealing some things, but being very kind of cautious and careful about it as well. Some of you as well may get into a relationship that you feel like you need to protect it because the person you are attracted to or about to get into a relationship with, there's some element here where there's competition for this person, or someone knows that there's a lot of people after you, and so they want to kind of lock you down really kind of quickly. But just be careful of a tendency towards a possessive, obsessive, or manipulative, or, you know, and also be careful for yourself wanting to kind of manipulate someone in that way. So looking into now your home space. So I do feel for some of you there's this is a nesting energy I'm getting. So some of you could be either like making room for a female family member or a female child. Some of you are going to really notice how, especially if you're a parent, how your child seems to be growing up so quickly. So some of you might feel a little bit of like they're going to go through, as if I just feel like a child this summer is going to go through like a growth spurt or show like a rapid growth even in their maturity here. So that could be a little bit of that. Now some of you, I feel that you're going to be in preparation for some type of move. Some of you may feel like as well you need to change your surroundings. You might start to feel like your environment is a little bit toxic, so some of you may be working on it this summer as far as like where you would go or where you would move to. If you're not moving, I feel like some of you will be really in this attitude of doing things for others, being quite generous with your time. I also feel like some of you want to make up for some disappointment, like move forward. There's a forward movement going on here. So if any of you have had any disappointing communications or some type of regrets as it comes to family members or family matters, there does seem to be this sense that things will progress over the summer. There's a way that you guys can move forward here, and there does seem to be this sense that things are going in the right direction, and that there's something about kind of moving forward, as well coming to some type of mutual understanding through communication. So something here where there has been kind of this loss or regret. Some of you may be in the form of wanting to make amends. So some of you are going to either receive an apology or give an apology, or get into this mode where you're showing your care, showing your love to your family in ways that you can. But some of you, I do feel like an energy where you're going to feel that it's time for you to move on from one space. And again, that could also be as far as the silver energy here. Some of you may feel like you're restricted in your space, like you have to be careful about who's coming at the door. And this is also this energy where some of you are dealing with a little bit of an obsessive energy that wants to kind of manipulate their way into your space. So I feel like some of you might feel that the solution to that will be to change your location. And also be careful about sharing your movements as well. Okay, more change here, more of that energy. Um, so I feel this is like, you know, some of you again will feel empowered, and if there is any rifts or any combative things that maybe if they're not going on, maybe in some ways they'll come up, some type of argument, disagreement. I feel it'll bowl over quickly. I feel yeah, so I do feel like some of you may just feel like also that you attract. I feel like some of you are going to be kind of aware of a certain type of energy that you attract, or a certain type of energy that it's kind of difficult for you to mesh with. So it's kind of like an oil and water energy here. Um, Something here is I feel is going to motivate you to make some type of change. So that's what I'm feeling like. Something here is going to be motivating you to make some type of change, some type of physical change. And so I'm feeling this more towards the end of each month, and I would say anywhere between the 23rd and 26th of June. This is an energy that's highlighted. Same for July, maybe the 20th through the 25th, and for August, yeah, 20th through the 25th as well for August. So just keep something here in mind. Kind of know when to walk away. Picking and choosing your battles wisely is also an energy here. I feel like some of you, like if there was a situation in the past that you would let get to you, I feel like you're learning the power of kind of being careful about your words rather than just like firing them off here. So, because something here can escalate quickly. So just be mindful of that, especially if you're just already aware of kind of energy people that you need to be creating a bit more of a boundary, or knowing when to walk away. So here with the professional life, your work life, this is good positive energy with the work. Even if you're not working, I feel like some of you may be getting into something here that is more self-fulfilling, something that is a bit more enjoyable for you to get into. I do feel like many of you who will follow your passions towards your goals could find yourself in a place where there's strong support. Also feel like any of you who, yeah, something here that you've desired to do for a while. This is some type of wish fulfillment energy as well. I do feel like some of you are going to enter into a new work environment that you really do love, but also some of you, this could be an indication that you find love through your career, through your work. I also feel like some of you are going to be kind of taken under someone's wing in a sense of I'm just kind of picking up someone older, and it's like they see a little bit of themselves in you, or that could be an energy that you have towards someone. Some of you could be getting into a role where you're being very generous with nurturing and kind of helping shape others who want to get into the area of a career that you're into. That could also be some way that you are stabilizing your power, or putting your power to good use, or something here that would attract good. So with power, there's responsibility. So that's something here that's coming in too for some of you Sagittariuses. With great power comes great responsibility. So how you use your power, I feel, will be an energy that comes up and you can definitely alchemize it to turn it into something very positive, giving, and supportive in the area of attracting good opportunities to you as a result of that. Like, not misusing it or abusing it, but using it in a way that channels it into a light in some way for others. But I do feel like some of you who are maybe looking for work, this could also be some type of dream job or dream position that comes in for some of you Sagittariuses. So there's just good things going on in your career, and I do feel like there's a chance for some things to happen to make you really happy. Now, some of you, this is a career that could involve travel, not being stuck in one place. But some of you, this with this energy, it could be that you are inspired to go towards your dreams by being bored in one position. So I feel like it's a time for you, especially if you do feel in any ways restricted or bogged down in one place or limited in an area. Now, mainly with this, I'm not so much getting, I feel like some of you, this is a position that you already applied for and you weren't hearing anything. And you applied for this position in either April or May. So some of you, I feel like there was just maybe a delay in this. Some of you, this is a sign that in some ways it could be, if there was a job that you didn't want, there's something here that could go in your favor, kind of like a blessing in disguise. Maybe the place closes, maybe the place already closed or went out of business, and but it kind of works out in your favor because it's going to, you're going to get some type of benefits that also gives you a little bit more time to focus on what you love to do, and at least kind of really get into some deep thinking about what you do want to manifest, I'm also seeing here that time is of the essence with something. There's this here window here that if you, you know, depending on, how you play your cards, whatever cards are dealt to you, you have the power to kind of break free and gain some sense of your own foundation of a business, in depending on, again, how you do it, rather than finding yourself in another place that makes you feel like you're stifled or you're bored, not really happy doing what you do. So some of you have the opportunity to kind of find that, and some of you as well will in some ways get some type of support towards this. Okay, so with the finances here, now with this, I feel like some of you, it is a time where, again, you do have to play your cards here. This card here, with them showing this card to this chest, because there's chance for risk and there's chance for reward of really how you utilize this time. Because this could be the indication that some of you will be experiencing a little bit of a hardship, or where there's some type of blockage going on. But it also can be that some of you are in this state where you are, you're safe, everything that you need is being supplied for you. Some of you, this is a supportive family energy here. Now, I do feel that some of you, in some ways, will have to, in some ways, return to a place. Could be family home, due to finances. This could also be just major change. You had a lot of fives come out here. So for some of you, this major change, even if you don't want to, like what you feared, some of you may be, and even if it's like a, if this, then that case, that like if this doesn't work out, then you know what you're going to have to do. Maybe, you know, you're going to have to return to family in some way for help or support. if that's the case, I feel like, again, you would know that that's it. It looks like it's temporary, and you'll know that it's temporary, but also it'll be up to you to strategize. So many of you will be in this kind of strategic mode, and even for some of you, this is just strategy with your business. So you're willing to invest, but you also know and realize that the risk in the investment. So it's like, for some of you, there's something here where you know you have to put into some finances. You have to put in some type of investment towards what it is that your goal is financially. If you want to be financially independent from your family, some of you will have this chance to do that. I'm also feeling like some of you are going to be looking for new ways. Really kind of looking in, if you're not already knowledgeable about stocks and investments and saving and things like that. I feel like many of you are going to be getting into that this summer, learning about it. Some of you as well could be learning in real estate or investing in real estate. Again, this is something here where some of you, you know, everyone's in a different space as far as what they have to work with. I feel like you're going to be smart. You whatever you have to do, you're going to be, you know, again, this gives me this increase in power, increase in stability, but also kind of keeping your position, keeping a strong position. Yeah, so I feel like some of you, you're going to be investing in yourself, and you're going for long-term investment. So I also feel like some of you are going to some of you, this is a person. This could be someone who's like kind of very well known, kind of known for teaching others financial health. And so also some of you, this could be an indication of finances that will allow you to cover debts or pay. So I feel like for some of you, if there is kind of, if you're on that side of where you are making more money, because some of you, this could be that indication you're going to be wiser with it than you were in the past. You'll definitely be in this frame of mind where you're not trying to go backwards. You want to move forwards. It's forward movement. So the time frames where this, as far as your financial picture, something's going to be coming up, and it also could be an important message or an important document. Even sometime around where, if some of you are expecting a windfall, it comes in, because there also could be something here with this. This could be the sense that some of you are in the midst of something legal. Here and here is showing that a little bit. So I'm feeling the first, or actually this is like the 5th to the 10th of June, July, and August is showing up here. So the very beginning of each month, the first 10 days is of each month, that's something here where some of you are either going to be getting some communication, making some sort of move. Some of you may be motivated by some attention that you've been getting around where you live, especially if some of you are elevating in some way and you may be feeling like you're attracting the wrong types to you. There's maybe a little bit of that as well that motivates you as far as what you do with your finances. So I feel like for some of you, when you can make a move or make a purchase, like that's what you're going to do, or make an investment, that's what you're going to do. So here with the emotional life, I'm seeing that this is going to be a time here where some of you are going to be attracting. First of all, you'll be very attractive, but I do feel like some of you, there's a chance here. Now this is the strength. This is a A Leo energy is coming in very strong here. So Leo and Capricorn showing up the strongest in this reading. Some of you could find yourself kind of quickly in a relationship. And again, this is another energy of some type of restraint, but also courage. So some of you will come up with the courage to go after what it is that you want. I'm getting a bit that some of you, if you already do have your eye on someone, this is someone who's kind of hard to get or hard to open up, or maybe someone who, again, there's competition towards this person. I feel like for some of you, you might work up the nerve here and the courage to at least communicate. And it does look like there does seem to be a new beginning here. So, but some of you have like, and this also with the Ace of Clubs is like a singular focus. So there's someone here I feel that is going to kind of take up your interest in a strong way, really kind of stir up your passions. For those of you who are single, for those of you who are in relationships, now this is also could be temptation. So some of you may be trying to protect your relationship from temptation, whether it's on your side or side of a partner here. Some of you may have to, if you feel that your relationship is that relationship you should be in, and you're someone who's getting a lot of attention, you want to protect that, then I feel like some of you will be in some ways fighting off temptation, because there will be people kind of after you. I'm also kind of getting this sense here that some of you, once you do get into a relationship, all of a sudden there's going to be people coming out of the woodwork that weren't there before you were single. So it's like something someone, as soon as you're like seen with someone, or you display that this is who I'm with, then there's going to be this energy that is like ready to pounce on that, or test that energy. So that's where I'm seeing where some of you may just need to just be mindful of it, I guess. I do feel like some of you are going to be making some type of move or change with your partner. So that could be a little bit of a motivation too for some of you to look elsewhere. And others of you, I do feel like, you know, there's this strong focus towards your passions, your work, your career. And as you are starting a new beginning here, some of you may just be in this very, like, you're thinking about yourself. You're very, you know, you're kind of putting off the need to be in a relationship so that you can maintain some focus. I'm also getting, like the word, like chastising yourself, or being in this mode where you're putting your energy into something creative. Some of you may make a vow of celibacy. Some of you may feel like that. Some of you may feel, based on what you've been attracting to yourself, you'll need to try to hold out a little bit. But some of you are going to be there is an attraction here and a connection here that it will take strength. It will take strength for you to kind of not go too quickly or move too quickly in a relationship, just because it will kind of seem as though someone is it just seems like the chemistry is going to be pretty hard to resist for some of you. And another, you know, Jack of Clubs energy. So I'm also kind of getting that some of you will be attracting someone younger. You could be attracting someone younger, or could be someone older, but for many of you, I do feel like it's a lot of communication coming in, and temptation coming in through the type of work that you do, especially if you do some type of work in the public. And some of you could be in this way of strategizing on how to display some like a business, or put yourself out there in a way. I feel like many of you, if there's going to be any investments, it'll be somewhere in advertising, getting your business out there or your name out there. So in that sense, I feel like what you do for work, in some ways, again, also it's also coming in that at work, some of you are going to make a connection. So if you're single, you're looking, I feel like whatever you're doing for work is also going to be bringing in a partner or a potential partner. And you'll have a lot to talk about with this person. Some of you, though, I am kind of getting an energy of like a fling. Or someone where that's pretty much what they're going to be looking for. With this, I'm getting around June, mid June, right at the turn of the 20s, or July 15th through the 20th, and August 15th through the 20th. And especially if this person's a Leo, if this person is the Leo that's coming up here, then that could be somewhere where their birthday falls. Their birthday falls between the 15th and the 20th, so of August. Yeah, so it's pretty much what I'm getting for you guys in this reading. Again, it could be anyone as well. Definitely continue to use your discernment with any reading you get. So that's the messages I'm having for you guys. I don't feel like I'm getting really anything else. If you would like a personal reading with me, then information is below. I do offer phone readings. They're all confidential. Check the link below on how you can get one of those. If you would like an email recorded reading with the cards where I show you, and there's no time limits, then you can email me at deuceofdiamondreader@gmail.com. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great summer. Take care.